Alright, for today's blog, I'd like to say, today I work until 3:30, 10 to 3:30. And then they're requiring, but they didn't say it, so they put it in the schedule. I gotta be back here at 8 p.m. for a meeting. Yeah. So, I'll tell you one thing. Like you're seeing that customer doing with the rail. We can't do anything about that, but they're not supposed to do that. Even if it's just for a return, they're supposed to go inside, grab it, and take it outside, go back inside. Yeah, we can't really say anything, but, you know, so, but the big thing is, like, if I remember, it was Walmart. If they required a meeting, they had different times set up so that way you could go while you were still working. Like, if I was at Walmart and I had these hours, I would schedule for one right after I gotten back from break. So, and then I would go back outside. So, that was a nice thing Walmart did. It wasn't like Menards saying, oh, you gotta punch out and then you gotta punch back in. So, but, a lot of things, like, if I remember right, like I was gonna say, I stopped it right there in an awkward spot was just because my husband just got home from work at the time last night, but, what I was gonna say is, like, the only problem I had, if I remember right, was Chaco Hometown was the general merchandise department manager and the backroom one. Both assistant managers. Otherwise, I was alright with the store manager, Christina. The other one that was an assistant manager, the apparel specialist. If I remember right. And so it blown me away. She admitted to me she wasn't really trained for that job. She never been an assistant manager at any place. And she was learning off the block like I was. So, she was pretty cool with me and all that. And, yeah, the associates that were assigned to be under me, they didn't like me, I'll tell you that. Because, yeah, I always had Christina telling me what to tell them what to do, and they could see her telling me and that, and so I got called a puppet by them. Oh, yeah, I did not like that, but, yeah, and that you thinking of it that way. But the customers liked it. And that's all I thought that mattered, because it's like, the part that hurted me was what the general merchandise department manager said in front of customers on the sales floor, I was doing my job perfectly fine. She said this: "You're not Shopko. You're Walmart. You'll never be Shopko." Right in front of customers, and they're looking at me funny while I had a Shopko badge on me. Yeah, that hurted. There was times where I came home from working at Shopko crying because I was being treated like that. So, I lasted there only 2 months. I went back to Gordy's, but in a different location in Black River. And they done things totally different than the Arcadia one, even though they're in the same company, which bamboozled me. And I didn't know how they could do things totally different than each other. And they're both Gordy's. And then when I got ready to move in 2016 to Chippewa Falls, when I was working in Black River Falls, Wisconsin, I did not tell Gordy's that I would quit. And then all of a sudden, when I was trying to get a transfer to a store in Eau Claire or Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, I got a phone call while they were doing orientation for new hirees. After I said I would be willing to take a part-time or full-time job if they would just let me transfer anywhere in the store. They told me, "Good luck in your future endeavors. There's no job for you up here." I got heartbroken. Learning that I was going to be unemployed right when I got married to my husband. Which was not the best feeling, I'll tell ya. So, I was unemployed June through September until Sears hired me and gave me a chance to work in hardware where I done, just like in, like with Shopko, I done planograms. So I was doing planograms again at Sears. But I was also doing pricing like I did at Walmart. So, and inventory in that. And they treated me really good. They're probably perhaps a lot better than Walmart did and Shopko did in that. They treated me like I was family. I never gotten written up for anything. And then the day when I gave them the 2-week notice, they begged me to stay. And my boss cried. Eric Munson, my boss's boss, Eric Olson's boss, was crying. I could see he had a tear in his eye when I left. Which was unique, to say the least. Yes, Sears kept telling me, which was boring me. There was times where they told me, when I came in, "We don't know what to have you do, just kind of sweep around, dust around things, and check out whatever needs to be filled." I was basically all on my own, except for truck days. It was work the truck, basically, So, and then when I left Sears for Menards in 2017, I entered what I would say the worst employer I ever worked for. They treated me like crap, literally. They did not train you very well on the rest of the things they didn't train me on. And I was getting written up over something where I was told, if I would have done this at Shopko, I would have gotten written it up for not training my associates for some of that shit. And I was getting written up because I didn't know any of this crap. Just only the basic things, because I think, like with Menards, a customer that used to work at Menards had to show me and teach me how to do the gift cards. They never did. 2, Menards never told us that you can't back out of it when they're signing, when they want to change things, how they're going to pay. Yeah. And then I was getting, for the first time, bullied by customers, called names, and I was crying every time I'd leave work at Menards. And even to this day, there's been times where I get afraid where a customer's going to beat me up because I can't hear them over rails and carts, and they want a rail or cart from me, and I can't hear them. And all I see is their lips moving, or they're yelling at me from behind, and I don't know who they're talking to. Yeah. And then they'll go sit there wanting to fight with you over a rail when you can't hear them. And they'll spin you around in the middle of the road. I mean, there's a lot of times lately I've been afraid to even show up to work because of this scenario. Even I've been bullied and picked on by coworkers, which tells you some things.